Now let's talk about the fintech space, which as we all know is brimming with startups who are doing exciting and audacious work. And we today have invited 5 of them to showcase the work that they are doing. These will be short technology demonstrations. We're going to begin with data science wizard Sandeep K, co-founder and CEO. This is a startup that's developing unified AI solutions for banks to build and scale AI use cases with ease. UnifyAI helps banks adopt, deploy, and even manage complex AI solutions in a hassle-free and API-driven manner by providing scalability and explainability. And of course, we have Sandeep with us to tell us more about it. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to all. And as we heard eminent panelists today, and I'm sure all your banks, each one of you might be in certain point in your AI initiatives and journey. And invariably, you might be looking at, deploying these AI technologies across the organization, not only for a particular use case. And if we have to do that, it is very important that we have scalable, resilient, and adaptable core technology components, which actually aligns very closely with business strategies as well. And not to forget that the platform should be much more flexible and modular so that it can leverage the full potential of your data. If I have to little bit more elaborate this, banks may like to look at unified core technology strategies. I am not saying the names, but strategy, which closely align with your business outcomes and strategy. Secondly, they might like to look at data management systems which ensures the data liquidity, which means how you can access, how you can ingest, and how you can actually massage or create the value out of that data. Because ultimately for all AI, those are tools, strategies, but ultimately the insight has to come from data. And third, not to forget, the architecture should be modernized architecture with probably API-driven kind of, architecture, which actually dissolves the silos. And this is precisely what we are aiming to bring through our UnifyAI platform, wherein you can see that there are 3 blocks. I'm not getting into technology, but 3 prominent blocks. And first is data pipeline, second is MLOps, and third is orchestrator. So what happens with data pipeline is this is the place where you try to build a unified data pipeline, because most of the time with each use case, we may end up with multiple data pipelines, and every time when we build a new use case in banking value chain, we end up doing the same thing. So if one use case takes 3 months, probably second may also take close to that time. So this is very important that we identify how we can build the data pipeline, unified data pipeline. And second block is MLOps pipeline. Here, you may have your existing machine learning models, or you may build your existing new models, but how those models are stored, how those models are creating the endpoints, how those models can be accessed. That aspect is very important, and that this platform is bringing into. And third and last is orchestrator. I would like to draw an analogy here, like 8 to 10 years back when containers was there, everybody wanted to package the application in the container with the goal that how they can deploy for multiple times. But over a period of time, they saw that they are running hundreds and thousands of containers. And that's where they thought that the goal is now to orchestrate these containers. And that is where we started seeing Kubernetes and OpenShift kind of platforms. Same way, with so much of machine learning models coming in picture, it is very important to manage, monitor the models. Because machine learning model may decay over a period of time because the context and reference of data might change. So this is what in orchestrator, you will able to manage and monitor your models. You will able to cater to your models. 2 important things I would like to leave a thought with. One is the feature store, what you are getting through this platform is, which means if you are building a use case, suppose underwriting, fraud use case, fraud management, what happens is you first identify your data sources, you map to their use cases, your machine learning model use those data sources. But here what will be happening is you will be mapping those sources with features. You will be identifying the features which will get stored in feature store. And when your machine learning model has to be called, it will call the feature. Not every time it will go back to the source or the data. And second, very important, is the orchestrator, which is the core engine of this entire platform. So if I had to end this by, saying the why of this platform, the why of this platform would be, to take you or move you further or forward from experimental select use cases to probably, deploying AI technologies across the organization. So thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you very much, Sandeep, for introducing us to Unify AI.